bust it wide open, stand up in it, beat it up. Fellas, I just got one question. Why do you want to kill my vagina?
No permission needed.
Hello, my free-thinking comrades, and welcome to another episode of One Chick Army. I'm your host, De'Ara Lewis. Now, I know last week I hit on a really sensitive topic with the whole Bill Cosby scandal. It ruffled a lot of feathers, and some people felt a little uncomfortable. Some people were outraged. Some people said right on for me actually speaking up and saying what they believe needed to be said. And so this week is not going to be any different. So let's go ahead and get started. Straight up rape and sexual assault has been dominating the headlines lately, right? But there is another kind of sexual assault that happens to young women that does not nearly get talked about enough. And that kind of assault is sexual violations after consent has been given for sex. And this is a real gray area. The other day I was coming out of the nail shop when these group of girls, probably no more than 17 or 18, walked past me. And one of the girls proudly proclaimed to her friends, "Hell yeah, I can take that dick." To which the other friend replied, "That's why you walking funny. But you know what they say, if it don't hurt, it wasn't good." Ooh, when I heard this comment, it stopped me in my tracks. This took me back to junior high and my high school days when I would hear these stories with my friends saying shit like, "I like pain, and if it don't hurt, he ain't doing it right." Or even worse, "I don't want no soft ass, weak ass boy who's gonna be gentle with me." This was the shit that I heard growing up. It is a very dangerous and erroneous belief to and about women that if sex somehow is not painful, then the guy is not doing his job. Even when I was in school, this never sounded quite right to me. I just didn't know how to articulate what I was feeling. And as I grew up and one of my friends said this to me, I remember saying to her, "Why do it if it's supposed to hurt? It sure don't seem to be hurting him." This immersion of pain that is believed to be some brutal rites of passage into maturity only applies to us women? We even got sayings and songs about it. Stand up in it, bust it wide open, beat it up, tear it up, kill it. Goddamn, just fuck up my cervix, why don't you? And I can already hear some of y'all women now. Speak for yourself. I want my dude to stand up in it and beat it up. I don't want no soft ass boy around here. So the question I have is this. This concept of assaulting the kitten, is this an organic way that women think about pleasure in their vagina? Or is associating violent acts with good sex more so about us living in a largely patriarchal society that really influences how we as women see ourselves? Because when a guy says something to me like, "I wanna beat the pussy up, all that comes to mind for me is Reagan from The Exorcist doing this. And I get it. These are figures of speech, metaphors if you will, to imply sexually pleasing a woman. But I wonder if things were reversed. What if we women said things like this? "Girl, I'm gonna rip that dick off tonight. I fucked him so good, I tore that dick and balls to shreds." Well, you know it don't feel good to him unless you bite his dick off. Don't sound so hot, huh? If women started talking like this to each other and started having sex with men with the intent of hurting their penises, I would venture to say that the population would greatly decrease in the next decade. But the bigger picture here is young women being too afraid to tell their partners when something is not enjoyable. And there are a lot of factors involved in this. For starters, their peers. If a young girl has a lot of friends who are always bragging about how they were able to take it, how they like pain and all of this stuff, she may fear being rejected by her partner if she actually tells him that something hurts. Porn may also give some misguided ideas about sex and boundaries. Now, before the mob comes after me, I have no problem with porn. I actually like porn. Hell, my first independent feature film was a film about prostitutes called Tricks. What I'm saying is, there is a lot of misinformation out there about good sex being associated with pain, and not the pleasurable 50 Shades of Grey pain. I'm talking about pain. When I was younger, I dated a guy who, when we were intimate and he did something that hurt or felt uncomfortable and I told him, he would take that as a cue to do more of that. And when I became upset and would tell him, he would shame me or try to shame me by saying, most girls can take that dick. And it worked. I felt ashamed, belittled, inferior to these women who apparently had vaginas the size of canyons. And my sex drive went down. I no longer felt like a sexual being for the duration of our relationship. And I could never quite comprehend what taking a dick actually signifies. I mean, seriously, what the fuck does that mean? What? Is there an award? Wow, you loved me. You really, really loved me. I first want to thank the Academy of Colossal Snatches. It has always been a dream of mine to be able to take that dick. And I've actually talked to many women, and once we get past the sex front, they will admit to me that they have been in situations, or they're even currently in situations, where the sex is not enjoyable and there's some things that are painful. But they fear if they say something that they're going to lose their mate. Or some of them have said something, but their boundaries, their sexual boundaries, continue to be violated. When I was going through that, it really felt like there were very, very few people I could talk to, because there was always this concept of, if I didn't please my man, he would go somewhere else. I end up getting dumped or cheated on, and all of the above happened. But it was fucked up that was the predominant fear in my mind versus me wanting to protect myself and knowing that I deserve to be pleased. So for the women who are currently going through this, I'm going to share with you what I wish somebody would have shared with me, or what I could go back in time and share with my younger self. Sex is supposed to be enjoyable for the both of you, not just him. And consent is not only before sex, it is also during sex. And if something hurts, and not in the good way, if something really hurts in the bad way and in the painful way, tell him. If he doesn't respect your boundaries and gets off on watching you suffer, there is something much deeper going on within him that is beyond you and beyond sex. And if he does dump you, that's okay. It'll hurt for a little while, but not forever. And speaking from experience, because I went through a situation very similar to this, that the violation of sexual boundaries played a very, very huge part in leading to our demise. Just know this, there are a lot of great guys out there who actually want to please you. They get off on pleasing you. They want to know what feels good. They want to know if something hurts so they don't do it again. They respect your boundaries and they like making you feel good. There are a lot of great guys out there who actually respect not only your physical boundaries and your emotional boundaries, they respect your sexual boundaries. They aren't interested in busting it wide open or beating it up, maybe eating it up, but that's another topic for another day. Just like love ain't supposed to hurt, neither is sex. And it is your body, it is your temple. You have the divine responsibility to protect it. And that's all I have to say about that. And now it's time to chat. Topic question: are women still afraid to set boundaries in the bedroom? Post your comments below. Or if you're watching this on onechickarmy.com, feel free to leave your comments there, or wherever you're watching it at. I want to know your thoughts. And you can also hit me up on Twitter and Facebook. Also remember to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's how we stay in touch. Videos are uploaded every Thursday, and I welcome your opinions, your perspectives. We don't always have to agree, but we can still be cool. And also, if you know somebody who's currently going through something that could use this video, please feel free to share it with them. This is One Chick Army, and I am your host, De'Ara Lewis. Over and out.